Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another super fantastic speed build. As we approach closer to the holiday season, I cannot wait to bring out some of these more holiday inspired builds, but for now we are doing something a little bit different. We are building in the world that came with Get Famous, which if you guys have seen my video ranking the expansion packs, then you would know the Get Famous world is not exactly my favorite. The lots are really large for pretty much no reason. They're hard to build on, which is why you see this little brown fenced off area in the yard. I actually decided to kind of split the lot a little bit because I wanted to build in this world for the kind of house I decided to build. It's almost like a modern industrial, I guess you could say, kind of farmhouse style, but I actually used a photo reference to come up with the floor plan and the actual house, which is one reason I cut out some of the exterior, because I was kind of trying to color match based off this photo I found on Pinterest, and like it took me kind of an embarrassing amount of time and I didn't think you would want to watch it, so I cut it. Sorry. I also cut, I think, the landscaping and the floor plan. Sue me, guys. But I'm really happy with how this house came out. Unfortunately, it is not a limited pack build, but like this is as close to modern as I can get without laughing at myself for how fugly my builds turn out. If you know me, you know I'm not the best modern builder, so I'm very proud about how this came out. And I actually built a house very similar in style, although quite larger, that is base game only. See, there you go, all the beautiful, gorgeous little colors and tiles and wood and texture and just, love to the moons. But this ended up being a really nice size house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. And I actually would love to eventually play in it. I'm thinking about maybe using it for one of my legacy heirs in the future. It's got a gorgeous little backyard, a gorge pool, if I do say so myself. And yeah, apparently you can't put pools on platforms. How rude. I learned that the hard way when I was building this house. This house is available on the gallery, and just one thing it occurred to me while I was uploading it to the gallery. Because I put it on the size lot it's on, if you try to put it on a lot that is smaller, it will definitely fit. You could cut out all the empty space. However, there's like a little workaround you're going to have to do. You're going to have to place it probably through like Manage Worlds some way, somehow, so you can like basically fit it how you want it and just cut out the parts you don't want. I am thinking about just doing another version on the gallery that pretty much makes it so you don't have to like worry about finagling with it. We just did like one of the most bizarre cuts, but yeah, it came out really good. I thought, like, the floor plan, I'm not the best at floor plans, and I have been like slowly working on them, and one way that I kind of practice is by using reference photos. This is me trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing with the floor plan. I fiddled with it several times, but I actually did a lot of stuff I don't normally do, and I painted the walls. Who am I? I painted the walls before the very last thing. Who would have thought I had that in me? Not me. Not I. But I did not actually end up making this a family home. In my head, this house is pretty much like for a streamer or a YouTuber or a content creator, which is why I decided to build it in the world that came with Get Famous, because I wanted that idea like with the lifestyle, and also like, you know, you kind of make it, you have your first like home, like that's like not like a minor purchase, but you know what I mean, like very YouTube-esque, but without being like hype house level ridiculous. Something that like I would actually personally love to live in. So it's always fun for me when I'm building something with my personal preferences in mind. I will tell you though, personally I'm not a dark wood girly. I don't know if I would have used the wood that's in this house. So yeah, anyway. But in other words, I have been just gaining on the end of school finishing. I finished December 13th is the day I officially graduate, but my last day of school, honestly, I'm only taking 2 classes a semester, and one of my professors, love him, shout out to my king, he was pretty much like, yeah, for the final project, like if you guys are feeling it, we can totally do those like day we come back from Thanksgiving and just be fucking done. And everyone's like, yeah, because our final project is literally like, what did you learn? How did you professionally develop? What are your future career plans? Do you have any photos from the class that you think are fun? Like, very, like, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but if I had to, I could probably make it an hour before I go to class and just show up and fucking wing it, and it's basically the same thing. And then for my other class, we're doing a project as well that we've been working on for a few weeks now, and I personally have at least submitted my part to the group, and we're like all collectively going to look at our group project and decide what the hell we need to do, like, to fix it, if there's anything else we need to add or get rid of, yada yada yada. So like I just have to revise and edit my part, but I'm almost like essentially done with college, guys. Like, I took a midterm for the one class, and that's it. Like, no more tests. I never have to go to my college's testing center ever again. I cannot even begin to put into words what the fuck that feels like. It feels absolutely, completely, utterly incredible. So, shout out to all my college girlies. Shout out to everyone graduating. Also, if you're my mom and you're listening, because I told my mom this a few weeks ago, I'm having a graduation party. I graduated in 2020 from high school, which means for the rest of time, I can pretty much make any major life event about myself. And so I didn't have a graduation party. I didn't take graduation pictures. I am taking college graduation pictures. I did schedule those and pay for them. So basically big girl stunning. And I want to have a graduation party. I've been telling my mom this for probably 6 months. Heather, if you're watching, listen. Listen, Linda. I have been trying to tell her I want a party, and she like laughs. I'm like, I don't know why you're fucking laughing. I'm not joking. And if I get to this party and there is not a life-size cardboard cutout of myself going like this, or like this, I'm not telling you I'm gonna go like diva mode or anything, but I will consider it. I will consider it. Right here, it's dawning on me that the living space in this house is a little too small. That's what I get for going off like a regular freaking. I really, really wanted a fireplace. Like, that was like the vibes for me. So I do end up like figuring out a way to extend it. But I didn't mind it. Open floor plans in The Sims are, like, in my opinion, a lot harder than a little bit more of a closed-off floor plan in The Sims. So I end up doing that. Of course, we have to use those new photo TV frames. I end up changing this a little bit more before the final product. I'm not sure if it's all in this video. It should be, because I really didn't, like, do that much editing on the... I said except I cut out the landscaping and the floor plan and, like, a lot of other stuff. But, like, the living room, I'm pretty sure I kept it all in. But if I did cut it out, no worries. We're going to do a live in-game tour of the house. This isn't exactly my dream house, but you would not have to force me to live here, if you know what I'm saying. I really like the style. And lately, I've been on, like, New York TikTok, right? And I have just been thinking, like, what if I applied for a job there, get the job miraculously, sell off everything I own, and take my dogs, and I just move there. Now, is that realistically a good idea? I don't know. Probably not. But, you know, I've had a lot of good ideas in my life, and I haven't followed through with most of the bad ones. So if I were to give into this one urge, what's the worst that can happen? And don't worry, I've fantasized about it. I could go broke and maybe never get to move home again and ruin my life. But you know what? There are a lot of other things I could do to ruin my life, so I don't know if following my dreams is one of them. Also, I finally got a job offer. Really exciting. I got a job offer, and I didn't think that would be possible, and I am turning it down because as badly as I want a big girl job, and as much as I thought I wanted this job, and as good as the company seems, I just know in my bones it's like, it's not right. It's not right for me, at least. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but can't even like explain to you the disappointment I feel. Not just in the entire situation, but specifically in myself for having wanted this so badly and gone through rounds and rounds of interviews just to kind of realize, like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. I love this tile I end up using, not this one, this blue one. I never use that. I think it's gorge. I feel kind of like a failure, and I don't really know why, because I in fact did the opposite, but I really hate disappointing people and wasting other people's times, my time. But at the end of the day, like, it was such a good experience getting to interview, and I am really scared to turn it down because it took me so long to get one offer. It's pretty high and mighty of me to think I could ever get another one, but I just didn't want to sacrifice, like, my mental health and the things I love, one of which being The Sims, and, like, creating content for The Sims, interacting with you guys, streaming, doing all that stuff, for a position that ultimately wasn't gonna be sustainable for me long term. So I did decide to turn it down, and if any of you are in the position where you're hunting jobs and you're feeling discouraged, it will come. The right thing will come, and if you are in the same position as me, just do what's best for you, because I worked so hard to, like, get through school and get in a place where I like myself and my life, and when it came down to it, this also comes from, like, a place of privilege of having a decent job right now and loving what I do. But, you know, if you can help it, don't settle. And that's the lesson I learned this week. Does it feel like I learned a good lesson? No, it still feels really fucking scary to be a human being child. But, you know, thriving. Slay Queen. That's what I do to myself every morning. Slay. I don't know if I'm feeling slay, but at least I graduated college, so. And I built this cool house that I would so live in, but if I could ever get a job to pay for it. I know. The only thing I can do at this point is, like, make my little jokey jokes. And, like, I even told my mom, she's like, well, do you want the job? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, so you don't? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, you don't. I'm like, I don't know. Can you just tell me it's okay to not take it? She's like, it's totally fine to not take it. I'm like, thank you, Heather. Thank you, Heather. Shout out to my mom for being way too supportive. Also, back to my build. Here's me making some clutter happen. See, like, why would I get a 9-to-5 corporate boss girl slate job when I could just make cluttered up, gorgeous little builds on The Sims all day and stream and be happy? Gosh. I mean, there's only so much I can do. I'm a 22-year-old teenage girl. I'm trying my best. Okay? You know what's funny is my best friend, she's a year and a half younger than me, and she's like, you always have such good advice, and, like, I feel like you're so wise. I'm like, bitch, don't lie to yourself and don't lie to me, because that ain't true. That ain't true. We are struggle busting. Oh my god, did I keep a bathroom in this build? You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. I actually love the way the bathroom came out. I may have even kept them both in here, but I did something fun with the tile. I was going for almost, like, eclectic industrial, and I know that's, like, not necessarily a style you see going together, but this is my dream house. This is Barbie's dream house, okay? And I was really happy with how it came out. I used a lot of tile from, obviously, Growing Together, but even more tile that I thought complemented really nice. The tile I used on the rest of the walls, not in the shower, is actually from high school years. And then the flooring, the blue marble tiles, I believe that is from Dine Out, and it's one of my favorite tiles in the game. I know that's, like, so basic, bitch, and I don't really give a fuck. I absolutely love it. And the fact that I kept this bathroom in here makes me feel like such a slay-ass bitch. So, basically, everything I said about the self-doubt, don't listen to me. Now we're going into this room. This is going to be our content creation room. I wish my desk looked like this, but I cannot have a glass desk because the amount of dust that would go on it would drive me crazy. Oh, the industrial little shelves. So cute. She came together. So this house I put it on the gallery as a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom because in my head this could very easily be another bedroom. And then instead of doing a child's room, I actually made a guest room in the other bedroom across the hall because now that you can have, like, stayovers and stuff, if I had a boss-ass bitch friend who was out there, like, making content, being, like, a style influencer girly, or whatever the fuck this person does, I don't know, maybe they do, like, OnlyPans, not OnlyFans, OnlyPans. I love that girl on TikTok, by the way, I love her. I would be at their fucking fabu little apartment all the fucking time. I'd be like, hey, bitch, you need a house sitter, you need a dog sitter, you need a plant sitter, I'm fucking here. Let me sit upon your home. And I decided this is the kind of guest room I'd like to have. This was very much giving Midnights from Taylor Swift, and if you saw me do a Taylor Swift inspired build a couple of weeks ago, you know. This is what I would have done if I would have gotten a Midnights room. I didn't. I did make a cat room inspired by Lover. And here we are, just at the very end. Again, there are so many packs in this build. Those counters are from Jungle Adventure, and the grill I am using is from the Desert Luxe kit, which I probably would have never bought had it not been free. But the Sims team really was like, please don't hate us for making the base game free, which I know a lot of people were upset about, but I personally was not upset. Like, the more Simmers, the merrier. The game at that point had been out, like, 9 years, 8 years, I don't know, a long freaking time. And, like, who am I to gatekeep from The Sims? I fucking love this game. I encourage everyone to play. I have people pop in my stream sometime. They're like, what game is this? I'm like, The Sims 4. They're like, where can I play? I'm like, play it. It's free. Get it right now. get it literally right now. But with that being said, we're going to jump into a real life tour. Okay team, here we have our very beautiful and finished little build for what I would consider maybe like a tier 3 celebrity. You know, they're raking in the big builds, but they're not quite on top of Hollywood Hills. That's so rhymed, and I'm pretty impressed by that because it was not planned. But let's go on into the house. I'm really happy with how it came out. Just like the whole floor plan, it's gorge. I really recommend that if you struggle with floor plans and you want to get better, is definitely like go on some floor plan websites and just figure it out. So you have your little entryway. Then we have like a little dining room nook, which I think is cute. I like the flow, like I said, like several times at this point, because in real life, I feel like a lot of the time people's dining rooms do not get used very often, so like an eat-in kitchen kind of vibe is way better. I am obsessed with the kitchen. If I had this kitchen, I would be fucking making cooking videos instead of sim content. That's so not true. But I would also start making cooking content. I'm really happy with it. I love the clutter shelves. You know how I am a slut for a shelf full of clutter. Then of course you come in over here. You have like, it's not really a hallway, but more like a walkway. For the living room, I love this photo frame TV. I hate to say that I spent pretty much $5 on just that. Then of course, this Book Nook kit couch is one of my favorite in the entire game. Just some little clutter areas. And of course then we come into the primary bedroom. We use a lot of the new kit, the luxury living kit. Oh, that's so bad. I don't know the name of it. Ah! I didn't put enough respect on it. I only bought it for the picture frame TV, but I think it looks really cute how it came out. I love trying to use this little nightstand that came with Growing Together, I believe. And I thought it paired really well with the little like gold prongs on the bed. And then of course we have the bathroom that I actually put some effort into for once. I know. Who is she? Then across the house we have this nice little hallway. I just love the way this came out. The only thing I would add is maybe like a plant or something in here, but we of course have our home office kind of filming area. I love this shelf from Eco Lifestyle. Then of course we have the guest room, and I am obsessed with this kind of Midnight's version of a guest room. I love the large windows in this house. And then last but not least we have the backyard space. It's not super cluttered, but I was trying to keep it semi-clean in here. I love this like L-shaped pool. I love the idea of it. And then just like some little loungewear, and of course a little drink mat, because why not? But that is the entire thing. It's on my gallery. I forgot what I put it on under my gallery. It's right here. Eclectic industrial home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. I feel like the gallery photos are doing it justice. So if you do end up playing it, there it is. My gallery ID is Tiana305. As always, it's in the description box down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. You know I love it when you guys do that. We're almost to 500. We're trying to hit 500 by the end of the year. And I will see you guys next time. Drink your water. Bye, everyone.